Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit into this world? Like your presence seems to unsettle certain people for no apparent reason? Or maybe you've noticed that, in some mysterious way, God has been speaking to you as if there's something greater guiding you. This is not a coincidence. There are signs that appear only in a special group of people, those whom God has called for something greater, something divine. These people are the chosen ones, and they carry invisible marks that set them apart from the rest of the world. And the best part? You might be one of them. Stay with me until the end, because the 7 invisible marks I'm about to reveal could change everything you believe about yourself. And the last mark, it is the key that could confirm whether you have truly been set apart for a greater purpose. Since ancient times, God has set people apart for a higher calling. When we look at biblical figures like Moses, David, or even Jesus' own disciples, we see that they were not just special because of their skills or intelligence. They carried something much deeper, a divine calling that distinguished them from the rest of the world. The Apostle Paul wrote in Ephesians 1:4, "For he chose us in him before the foundation of the world to be holy and blameless in his presence." This means that even before we were born, God already had a plan for our lives. He sets us apart and marks us, not because of anything we have done, but because He has a specific purpose for each of us. This calling is not something we can chase or force. It is given by God, and it manifests in ways that only the chosen ones can truly understand. And that is exactly what we're going to explore today. The 7 invisible marks that God places on people He has set apart for Himself. These marks are not visible to the world, but those with spiritual eyes can recognize them. They manifest in powerful and undeniable ways in the lives of those who have been called for something greater. Each mark reflects divine purpose in action, and today we're going to uncover what they mean and how they reveal themselves in you. Number 1. The wrong people feel uncomfortable around you. One of the first marks of the chosen ones is that, without even trying, you may notice that certain people distance themselves from you. Toxic, manipulative, or even envious individuals seem to feel uneasy in your presence. This isn't random. It's a reflection of the light you carry, a pure energy that exposes falsehood and darkness around you. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says that light came into the world, but the darkness hated it. Likewise, the chosen ones carry this inner light that unsettles those who dwell in the shadows. Even Jesus Himself was rejected by many, as His very essence confronted the lies and spiritual corruption of His time. Number 2. You sense things before they happen. The second mark of the chosen ones is a deep perception of events before they unfold. This isn't just about gut feelings. It's a sharpened spiritual discernment that guides you. Sometimes, you may feel an unexplainable uneasiness before making a big decision, or a strong sense that something is about to happen. And most of the time, you are right. In the Old Testament, God used Joseph to interpret dreams that foretold the future. Like Joseph, you may also have dreams or an intuition that prepares you for what's ahead, not with logical explanations, but with complete spiritual confidence. Number 3. Spiritual attacks and persecution without reason. Another undeniable mark of the chosen ones is persecution, often without an obvious reason. No matter how kind, respectful, or peaceful you try to be, there will always be those who attack you unfairly. These attacks come from people driven by envy and fear of your light. Jesus warned His disciples in John 15:18-19, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." When you face unjust attacks, it is confirmation that you are on the right path. It is an honor because it reflects Christ Himself being rejected by others. Number 4. A constant feeling that you don't belong to this world. Many chosen ones go through life feeling like they don't quite fit in, like the world doesn't understand their choices or their vision. From an early age, you see life differently. You seek depth where others seek superficiality. This feeling of not belonging is actually a sign of your true heavenly citizenship. In Philippians 3:20, Paul says, "Our citizenship is in heaven." The chosen ones feel like they don't belong to this world because they have an eternal destiny that transcends earthly concerns. They know they are meant for something much greater, a divine purpose that unfolds beyond human limitations. Number 5. Children and animals are drawn to you. A fascinating mark of the chosen ones is how animals and children are naturally attracted to them. While some adults may keep their distance or feel uncomfortable around you, the purest beings, children and animals, seem to feel at peace in your presence. This happens because your energy is pure, and only the most innocent can perceive this light. As Jesus said in Matthew 19:14, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." The purity of children is a reflection of how God works in our lives, and their closeness is confirmation of the divine presence in you. Number 6. God speaks to you through dreams and signs. God communicates with the chosen ones in unique ways, through dreams, visions, and signs that others fail to notice. Many times, you receive answers in dreams or find patterns in your daily life that serve as divine guidance. These signs are not coincidences. They are messages from God directing your steps. In Daniel 2:21-22, the scriptures show that God revealed his secrets to his servants through dreams and visions. Like Daniel, you may also experience moments where God speaks directly to you, offering revelations and guidance in key moments of your life. Number 7. When you pray, things happen. The prayers of the chosen ones have power. When they pray with faith, things change in the world around them. It's not just empty words, it's a deep connection with heaven that alters circumstances and brings divine answers. The prayers of the chosen ones are not in vain. They carry real and transformative impact. James 5:16 says, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." When you pray with faith, no matter how impossible the situation seems, God's hand moves in response to your prayer, bringing changes that can be seen both in the physical and spiritual realms. My brothers and sisters, these 7 marks are evidence that you have been chosen by God. Each one points to your greater purpose, the divine plan He has for your life. Reflect on your journey and share in the comments which of these marks you have recognized in yourself. Perhaps, while watching this video, something resonated deeply within you, a confirmation that you are indeed chosen and that God has a higher calling for your life. Recognizing these marks is the first step to understanding that you are being led towards something extraordinary. But the big question is, what will you do with this knowledge now? God does not choose us without a purpose. He calls us to be light in the world, to spread His truth, and to impact those around us. He has already placed within you everything you need to fulfill the mission He prepared for you. These marks you carry are not by chance. They are clear signs that you are an instrument in the hands of the Creator. Now that you know these marks are in your life, how will you respond to God's call? If you believe you are one of the chosen ones, write in the comments, "I am chosen by God." This is not just a statement, it's a commitment to your spiritual journey. Faith in action begins with recognizing what God has already done in you and choosing to live according to that calling. Share this video with those who need to hear this message and subscribe for more teachings like this. The best is yet to come. May God bless your journey and make these marks clearer every day